What's up, guys? I got another Alliance War video for you. In this Alliance War video, we'll be going up against NY718. I'll be going Path 5 this war. I brought Spark, Blade, and OGV. I brought my 4-star Blade for the synergy he gives my Spark. This first node is Power Gain and something else. Anyway, I thought it was going to be a Dr. Voodoo because the guy's profile had Dr. Voodoo on it, and he didn't bring him to his attack team. This is a really good matchup for my OGV because this is a power gain node, and OGV has power drain on all of his specials. So since this is a power gain node, I'm strictly baiting out the L1s, and if he does get to an L2, I'll drop my special. So it drops him back down to an L1 of his own. So I tried to get a nice stand-up intercept there, but he did block it. That's all right. So I just I bait out a heavy and just keep laying into him. He's going down pretty quick, even though this is a 565. So yeah, I got to bait out a couple more SP1s, making sure I'm not pushing him to his SP2 because his SP2 is a little bit trickier to fully evade than his SP1. So bait out one more special and get a little medium of my own, and that Dr. Voodoo does go down. So this next node is Power Reserve and Unblockable L1, and I think, yeah, Kinetic Reactor. I think it said Kinetic Reactor. I could be wrong. Anyway, it turns out to be a cable. The only node I really care about the only node I care about this fight is the not the Pessimist. The Power Reserve node. And for either the Defender or yourself, you only use half of the amount of power from your power meter for each special. And since I have OGV, I can pretty much just keep him power locked the whole fight and just keep letting off my specials. This is a pretty fun fight. I got a nice stand-up intercept against the wall, and I just got 2 of them. So yeah, I was pretty stoked about that. I'm gonna drop one more L2, and that cable does go down. He was getting a lot of power flood. I don't know. Good thing I brought OGV, I guess. So this next node is the Masochism node. I didn't see persistent charges, so it's not a Bishop or Sabretooth. So I was expecting an Iceman, so I brought in my Spark, and it does turn out to be an Iceman. So I'm just going to eat the cold snap damage in the beginning of the fight and try and build to 10 poise charges. I do get clipped in this fight. But anyway, I do get to 10 poise charges, bait out a heavy, and get a 5-hit combo on him, and he's going down really fast with my Spark. So right here, I bait out a heavy, and I didn't retaliate fast enough, and he did parry me. Luckily, he only hit me once there, and luckily I am running Max Limber, 5 out of 5. So yeah, a little bit sloppy on my part. I did get parried, but it's okay. So this next node is one of the new mini-bosses. This is the center mini-boss. This has All or Nothing, Strike Back, and a couple other things. Yeah, Strike Back, Plague Mind, All or Nothing, excuse me, and Champion Boost. So I brought Spark in here. This is really good placement by them. Ragthor, once he reaches those 20 power gain buffs, he does get a power gain of himself. So I want to build up 10 poise charges to hit as hard as I can throughout the fight before he goes red, if he goes red. And with Spider-Man Stark Enhanced, his taunt can taunt out specials even against All or Nothing nodes. So this is a really good matchup for me. The Plague Mind did just hit, and I lost all my power. So he's at 19 of those power gain charges. I made sure I stopped. Right here was a little sloppy. I meant to hit him and then drop my L1, but I don't know. It worked out really well. I guess that was a little lucky, I feel like. My L1 did shut off his power gain, and he didn't go red. I don't know. It was a little luck. Someone actually called me. Sorry about that. I gotta make sure I put Do Not Disturb on while in these fights. So anyway, I do drop one more L1 before while he was going red, and I was just banking on that last L1 to get him down, and it did. So this next node is Breakthrough, Poison, and Stun Immunity. I was expecting a bishop, and it does turn out to be a bishop. Even if it was a Sabertooth, OGV is pretty good against Sabertooth. OGV is great against Sabertooth. Anyway, it's a bishop, and I feel like this is a 565 bishop, because, I mean, 34 KPI, it has to be a 565. Well, I get hit with a heavy like a scrub, but that's okay. I just ran in too fast. And bishop has energy resistance, and my L1 does cause energy damage. So I want to strictly throw my L2s if I can, but I saw he was going to an L1 of his own, and I didn't really want to deal with his L1, so I did drop mine. And since it's an energy damage L1, he did get these energy resistance buffs. I dropped 2 L1s, and now he has 2 of them. I didn't know that until this fight, so I don't know. But anyway, I noticed that, and I'm like, all right, I should mainly just drop my L2s now. I don't want to give him a bunch of energy resistance. But this node does have breakthrough on it, and every time you apply a hit, it applies 1 armor break to the defender. I threw my L1 right there because I thought it was going to kill him, but it didn't. And I did get him down. Luckily, my L1 power drained him, and he wasn't able to throw his L1. So yeah, OGV is great. Power locking champions. He's a poor man's magic, and unfortunately, I don't have magic, so I got my OGV. This next node is the center mini boss. This is Plague Mind, Kinetic Reactor, and Limber. It does turn out being a Punisher 2099. This Punisher can be tricky on this node if you're using Spark. If the defender is running unfazed, Punisher can be pretty tricky. But I'm pretty sure this guy is not running unfazed. So in the beginning of the fight, I do build up to 10 poise charges. Unfortunately, right there, I went in for an intercept, and I got intercepted of my own. So that sort of sucked. That was a little sloppy, but it's all right. Every time I stun him, I'm just making sure I'm keeping an eye on that Limber node. With Punisher's L1, I was able to auto-evade it. Against those crazy L1s, I usually just try and just hold block if my AI is up. Anyway, Punisher's pretty much dead. I just got to bait out 1 more heavy, and yeah, man, he goes down. So this next node is the main boss. This is a 565 Morningstar, and I wanted to see, I asked my battle group if I can go first, and they said yes. So I put on Suicides, and I boosted to the T. I wanted to practice and see if OGV was able to solo or one-shot a 565 Morningstar boss. And I got her against the wall a little bit. She is cooperating, throwing her heavies, and I am running Suicides, so every time I drop my specials, I am taking recoil damage. So like right here, I drop my L2 against while she's against the wall, and I do take like 25k damage. But that's okay. I just want to try and just see if I can solo her, take her down in 1 shot, see if the 3 minutes is enough to take down a 565 Morningstar boss on the main boss node. So I got a nice stand-up intercept against the wall against her, and I was pretty happy about that. We're only 2 minutes in. My 20% battery icon popped up. That was really that was bad. But anyway, I closed it really quick, and I am like 1 minute and 50 seconds in, and she is at like 70%, so I'm pretty confident that OGV can definitely solo Morningstar boss if you're running Suicides and if you have the biggest boost on, which I do right now. So I'm doing a good job keeping her against the wall. I'm also doing a decent job not triggering dexterity, not triggering my dex. So right there, I didn't do a stand-up intercept because I felt like I wasn't close enough to her. She wasn't close enough to the wall when I dropped my L2. And she does bait out. I am baiting out her heavies pretty well. I get another stand-up intercept right here, and then I whiff. I tried to do a stand-up intercept, and I whiffed, which really sucks. I think I was just a little bit too fast while she was standing up. That's going to catch me again right here. But I am 50 seconds. I have 50 seconds left, and she only has 20% left. Right here, I whiff again, and it costs me big time. I wasn't able to get the solo, which sucks. But she had 20% left, and I had 50 seconds left on the clock. That fight is definitely doable, 100%, with a rank 5 OGV that has suicides and is boosted a ton. So yeah, it really sucks I didn't get the solo. I felt like I was fast enough on that stand-up intercept, but I wasn't. But it's alright. I did find out that it is possible to one-shot 565 Morningstar with my 565 OGV. So I healed back up. I healed OGV back up because I'm really stubborn and I wanted to get the kill. So I go back in here, hit her a couple times, and she does go down. I didn't even have to let off a special. She was in assassin's range, and I was hitting extremely hard. So that is the end of the war. We did win this war. Pretty stoked about that. Congratulations to all the MVPs. Big shout out to NY718. I hope you guys like this Alliance War video. Till the next one. Peace.